New Mexico, a land of vast deserts, red canyons, and infinite skies. Known as the Land of Enchantment, it's a place where ancient history and modern mystery collide. From Native American legends of star people to government secrecy surrounding alleged UFO crashes, New Mexico has become one of the most mysterious and talked about locations in the world for unexplained phenomena. But why here? Why does this quiet southwestern state seem to draw attention from the skies? Many believe New Mexico is more than just a desert, it's a gateway between worlds, a place where ancient alien visitors once made contact and where their presence continues to echo through time. The Roswell incident, beginning of a modern mystery. It all began in the summer of 1947, when a rancher named Mac Brazel discovered strange metallic debris scattered across his land near Corona, New Mexico. The objects were unlike anything he'd ever seen: thin sheets of metal that wouldn't burn, lightweight beams covered in symbols that resembled hieroglyphics, and small, indestructible fragments that seemed to defy explanation. Local authorities were baffled, so the military was called in. Soon after, the Roswell Army Air Field issued a press release that shocked the world: they had recovered a flying disc. But within 24 hours, the story changed. Officials retracted their statement, claiming it was merely a weather balloon. For many, that was the moment the modern UFO mystery began, and the first sign of a massive government cover-up. Over the years, witnesses came forward with astonishing claims. Some reported seeing strange bodies being transported under heavy guard. Others described debris with unusual properties, metal that could return to its original shape when crumpled. These accounts fueled theories that an extraterrestrial craft had crashed and that the US government had recovered both the technology and the beings aboard it. Could Roswell have been humanity's first contact with beings from beyond Earth? And if so, what happened to the evidence? Dulce Base, the hidden underground facility. While Roswell captured headlines, another story was quietly growing in northern New Mexico, near the small town of Dulce. Locals began reporting strange aircraft, low rumbling noises from beneath the ground, and unmarked helicopters flying at night. Rumors spread of an underground base, a secret facility buried deep beneath the Archuleta Mesa. Whistleblowers later claimed that this was no ordinary military site. According to some reports, Dulce Base is a multi-level underground complex where human scientists work side by side with extraterrestrial beings. Allegedly, the base contains laboratories for genetic and technological experiments, and possibly even hybridization projects involving human and alien DNA. Former government contractor Phil Schneider publicly claimed to have worked on the underground tunnels at Dulce. He described a violent confrontation between U.S. forces and non-human entities during construction, a battle that allegedly left dozens dead. Schneider's later death under suspicious circumstances has only deepened the mystery. To skeptics, it's science fiction. But to others, it's one more piece in a much larger puzzle, one that points to New Mexico as the center of extraterrestrial collaboration hidden from public view. Ancient connections, the sky gods of the Southwest. Long before modern sightings, the people of New Mexico's ancient civilizations recorded encounters with strange beings from the sky. In Chaco Canyon, Bandelier, and Petroglyph National Monument, stone walls are carved with images of tall figures wearing helmets, holding mysterious tools, and surrounded by symbols of the sun and stars. Archaeologists call them kachinas, spiritual messengers or deities from the heavens. But ancient astronaut theorists propose a different explanation. These figures represent extraterrestrial visitors who came to Earth thousands of years ago. The ancient Puebloan and Zuni peoples told stories of star people who descended from the heavens, bringing knowledge of astronomy, agriculture, and architecture. They taught humans how to build in harmony with celestial alignments, as seen in the precise astronomical design of Chaco Canyon, where structures align perfectly with solstices and lunar cycles. Could these ancient architects have been guided by beings from another world? And is it possible that these same entities still watch over the region today? White Sands, Trinity, and the nuclear connection. In 1945, 2 years before Roswell, humanity entered the atomic age at Trinity Site, near Alamogordo, New Mexico. The detonation of the first nuclear bomb marked a turning point not only for humanity, but, some researchers believe, for the universe's attention. Ancient astronaut theorists argue that the sudden burst of nuclear energy acted as a cosmic signal, alerting advanced civilizations to our technological awakening. Soon after the test, military radar in New Mexico began tracking unidentified flying objects moving at impossible speeds. Could these visitors have come to monitor humanity's use of nuclear power? Reports from White Sands Missile Range suggest that UFOs were often seen near rocket launches and nuclear storage sites. Even U.S. Air Force pilots admitted that unidentified craft performed maneuvers beyond known human capability. If the Roswell crash truly occurred, perhaps it wasn't random, but part of a broader surveillance effort by extraterrestrial observers concerned about our growing destructive power. Modern sightings and government disclosure. In recent years, the skies over New Mexico remain active. Witnesses across Albuquerque, Taos, and Socorro continue to report glowing orbs, silent triangular craft, and fast-moving lights that defy explanation. Pilots have recorded radar anomalies, and locals have filmed objects hovering silently above desert landscapes. The Taos hum, a persistent low-frequency sound heard by residents for decades, adds another layer to the mystery. Some scientists call it a geological phenomenon, others believe it may come from deep underground machinery or electromagnetic energy linked to secret activity below the surface. Meanwhile, official government reports have begun to validate what many in New Mexico have claimed for years. The U.S. Department of Defense's UAP, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, investigations have confirmed the existence of objects exhibiting non-human flight characteristics, a modern echo of what witnesses described in Roswell nearly 80 years ago. Is it possible that the truth has been hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right time to be revealed? The land where heaven meets earth. New Mexico's mystique is not just about UFOs, it's about continuity. From ancient petroglyphs depicting sky visitors to 20th-century crash sites and 21st-century disclosures, this land tells one unbroken story: humanity's ongoing contact with the unknown. Perhaps the deserts of New Mexico are sacred not just because of their natural beauty, but because they serve as an interdimensional bridge, a place where earth and sky meet, and where the boundaries of science and myth begin to blur. As we enter a new era of discovery, one question lingers like the glow over the desert horizon. Are the skies of New Mexico watching us, or are they waiting for us to finally see what has been there all along? New Mexico, a land of sweeping red mesas, ancient pueblos, and vast skies that stretch beyond the imagination. To many, it's a landscape of quiet beauty. But to researchers, it's something far more mysterious, a land where the boundary between Earth and the cosmos begins to blur. It was here, in the summer of 1947, that one of the greatest mysteries in modern history began. A rancher named Mac Brazel, while checking his sheep near Corona, stumbled upon strange debris scattered across his property. The fragments, thin metallic sheets, foil-like material that returned to shape when bent, and beams marked with strange symbols, baffled him. When the military was called in, the Roswell Army Air Field issued a shocking announcement: they had recovered a flying disc. The next day, the story changed. Officials claimed the object was nothing more than a weather balloon, ending the world's first major UFO headline almost as quickly as it began. But for many, the damage, or revelation, was already done. Witnesses in Roswell described seeing military trucks hauling wreckage and even bodies from the crash site. Decades later, new testimony surfaced from retired officers who claimed to have handled non-human remains. Researchers argue that the debris wasn't of earthly origin, that it was extraterrestrial technology secretly recovered and hidden in military laboratories. Skeptics call it myth. Believers call it the greatest cover-up in American history. Yet, Roswell was only the beginning. All across New Mexico, strange lights began appearing in the sky. Mysterious aircraft performed maneuvers far beyond known capabilities. And deep within the deserts, whispers began to circulate about underground facilities, places where humans and extraterrestrials might be working together. The most infamous of these is the alleged Dulce base, located near the Colorado border beneath the Archuleta Mesa. Locals have long reported eerie lights, unmarked helicopters, and a persistent low hum echoing through the canyons. Some residents claim the hum comes from massive underground generators, powering secret research labs far below the surface. According to whistleblowers, Dulce Base is no myth. They describe a 7-level underground complex, where advanced biological and technological experiments are carried out, and where extraterrestrial entities collaborate with human scientists. One of the most outspoken figures, Phil Schneider, claimed to have personally worked on tunnel construction beneath Dulce. He alleged that he encountered alien beings during a military operation and survived a deadly firefight deep underground. Schneider later died under mysterious circumstances, which only strengthened the belief that something extraordinary and dangerous was being concealed. For decades, these stories have persisted, connecting Roswell's skies with the shadows beneath New Mexico's earth. But what if the truth goes back even further, long before modern technology, to a time when the ancient people of this land also looked to the heavens for answers? Part 2. Ancient Sky Gods and Modern Revelation. Long before Roswell, before the military bases and government secrecy, the ancient peoples of New Mexico told stories of visitors from the stars. Across the mesas and cliffs of the southwest, petroglyphs carved thousands of years ago depict strange beings with large heads, oval eyes, and halos of light surrounding them. Archaeologists identify these figures as Kachinas, spiritual messengers or deities central to Puebloan and Hopi belief systems. But to ancient astronaut theorists, these carvings suggest something else entirely: extraterrestrial contact. The ancient Puebloans, Zuni, and Hopi all spoke of star people, beings who descended from the heavens and shared knowledge of agriculture, astronomy, and architecture. In Chaco Canyon, these civilizations built vast stone complexes precisely aligned with celestial events, solstices, lunar cycles, and star constellations. The precision is so advanced that modern scientists still study their methods with awe. Could they have received help from an advanced civilization, not from another continent, but another world? If so, then New Mexico may have always been a place of contact, a cosmic intersection where sky visitors came, left their mark, and perhaps never truly departed. In the 20th century, that connection deepened once again. When the Trinity nuclear test was conducted in 1945 near Alamogordo, the first atomic explosion on Earth, reports of strange craft increased dramatically. Some researchers believe that the blast served as a cosmic alarm, alerting extraterrestrial observers that humanity had reached a new and dangerous level of technological power. Only 2 years later came Roswell. Coincidence, or cause and effect? Military archives confirm that New Mexico quickly became a testing ground for experimental aircraft and missile programs. Sites like White Sands Missile Range and Los Alamos Laboratory were surrounded by reports of glowing discs and cigar-shaped objects darting across the night sky. Even military radar tracked unidentified craft performing impossible maneuvers, hovering silently, then accelerating faster than any jet of the time. The pattern was clear: where humanity pushed the boundaries of science, they seemed to appear. But what if these modern sightings are connected not just to military activity, but to something deeper, something ancient? In the sacred traditions of the Southwest, the line between heaven and earth has always been thin. Many indigenous elders speak of portals, doorways in the sky, through which the star beings travel. Could modern UFO activity represent the reopening of these ancient gateways? Today, as governments around the world slowly declassify UAP (unidentified aerial phenomena) reports, the mystery of New Mexico remains at the center of it all. Recent Pentagon documents confirm encounters with craft exhibiting non-human flight characteristics, an acknowledgement that mirrors eyewitness reports dating back decades. For ancient astronaut theorists, this disclosure marks a turning point, not the discovery of something new, but the rediscovery of something humanity has known for thousands of years. Perhaps the aliens we seek in the skies above New Mexico are the same sky gods once worshipped by the ancients. Perhaps the crash at Roswell, the lights over Dulce, and the carvings at Chaco Canyon are all fragments of one continuous story, the story of an ancient partnership between humanity and beings from beyond our world. If that's true, then New Mexico is not just the setting for UFO sightings, it's a spiritual map, pointing us toward a greater cosmic truth. As the sun sets over the red cliffs and the night sky ignites with 1,000 stars, one question lingers in the desert air. Are the beings who once walked among the ancient Puebloans still watching us today? And if they are, how much longer will the secrets of New Mexico remain hidden before humanity finally looks to the heavens and remembers?